The creator of the 70s comic book character Captain Canuck is sharing his expertise and talents with local artists in Welland. Richard, you're so well known for your Captain Canuck comic book series. Exactly how did you get into the comic books creations?
Well, I wasn't into comic books as a kid, but a friend of mine by the name of Ron Leishman, who I met very shortly after I joined the church. And he was into cartooning and comic books, and he and I would get together, and he would. It was he who suggested that there should be our own Canadian superhero, and we would talk about it. We didn't do much than just talk about it for probably about 2 years, really. And then in 1973, I started to think more about comic books, and I had drawn since a kid. I worked as a commercial artist, and I just started to look at comic books as a means of, I guess, telling stories.
Captain Canuck has been reborn online with a feature film around the corner.
Well, there's an animated web series that anybody can see now on CaptainCanuck.com. The complete 5 parts, the 5-episode series is now available. There is a Canada Day edition coming out. This is going to be our very first Canada Day edition. We're all working hard on it right now, in fact, to get it ready. There is a feature film in the works that is slowly progressing. We're entering, I guess, second draft of the screenplay, and that's slowly coming to fruition. There's lots of things happening. There's lots of products coming out. There's going to be Captain Canuck maple syrup in stores pretty soon. Again, that's another, every time we come out with these things, people say you should have done that years ago, for heaven's sakes. And
you are here now in Welland, and you're offering free art classes on Thursday evenings. So why have you decided to offer this for no charge?
This is something we moved from Cambridge last fall, September, and this was something we started to do in Kitchener. I actually lived in Cambridge, but we were actually doing it mostly in Kitchener. And it was just something people in the church in Kitchener thought it would be something nice to offer to anybody who was interested, and I volunteered to teach the class there. And when we moved here, the ward here thought it would be a nice thing to do here too. A course that we'd offer to not only members of the church, but to anybody who was interested.
All ages are exploring their artistic side in the class, including families.
I haven't done art since I was in grade school, and when they offered them and they're free, and I thought, well, it looks like a fun night out with my husband, and he's done more art than I have. He's attempted as an adult to do some painting, but I've never done anything since I was young, so this is really, really good, and yeah, I'm learning quite a bit.
Riley, what have you been learning at the art classes?
We've been learning shapes, perspective, just like the basic stuff to get us started on learning more advanced and interesting. Well, not that this isn't interesting, like this is really, really cool, but like more advanced and detailed, I guess would be a better word, like more detailed kinds of stuff.
How much art experience do you think it takes to actually be in one of Richard's classes?
Oh, none. He's very good. He's a wonderful teacher. He's very patient with us, teaches us basic principles. So there's no experience required at all. Just come to have fun.
So we get a mix of people who are, we've got all ages, and I think we'll just, we'll see. It's really meant to be, I'm teaching the fundamentals, and I'll do that for probably at least another 4, 5, 6 weeks. And then it'll sort of operate more like a club. So we'll tend to do things together, and they may include excursions, exhibitions, all kinds of stuff. And we'll just see, as long as there's people interested, we'll continue.
Classes are held every Thursday evening from 7 till 9 p.m. at the Church of Latter-day Saints on Pelham Road in Welland. Reporting for The Source, I'm Lori Taraba.